It was a quiet day on the island of Sodor. Thomas, Duncan, Rusty and Scarlet were at the transfer yards. They were having a rest. While they were resting, they were listening to the radio Sodor FM in one of the workmen's bands. DJ Duncan's radio. It's a beautiful day on the island of Sodor, and for the best music on the island, stay tuned to Sodor FM. DJ Duncan is such a good DJ, said Rusty. Oh yes, the funky discmaster. I wish I could be like him, he said. Duncan liked working on the Scarlet Railway, but sometimes he wished he could be on the radio like DJ Duncan, just once. Duncan arrived at the mountain village. He puffed alongside the radio station. He was very excited. Bust my buffers, he cried. This is where Duncan lives. Just at that moment, DJ Duncan came out of the door. Hi, Guy. I'm DJ Duncan, the funky discmaster. How can I help you? Oh, hello. I'm Duncan, the navigate engine, and I'd really like to be a DJ. Well, this could be your lucky day, Duncan. Duncan, or whatever your name is, sorry. My new special microphone has just arrived at the mainland, and I can't wait to pick it up. Oh, what's a microphone? Hold on. Duncan went back inside and came out with a stand-up microphone. It's one of these sort of things. You talk into it so that all the listeners can hear you, but I need someone to DJ for me while I go and get my new one. Ugh, can I do it then? Please, I finished all my jobs. Duncan wasn't sure. Is it right to let an engine be in charge of a radio station? Well, I'll give it a try. Okay then, Duncan, you're hired. Duncan took DJ Duncan to the transfer yards. Thomas was waiting to take him to the mainland to pick up his microphone. Hello, Duncan, tooted Thomas. Ugh, hello, Thomas. Guess what? He said excitedly. I'm going to be on the radio. Don't be silly. Engines can't be on the radio, chuckled Thomas. Before Duncan could answer, Duncan spoke. My assistant will be along in a minute. He'll be in charge of the music. And remember, Duncan, when it comes to telling stories on the radio, bigger is way better. I'll be back as soon as I can. Bye, Duncan, and good luck. And he climbed on board Thomas, and Duncan raced back to the radio station. At the radio station, Duncan puffed into the microphone and started to speak. Oh, hello people, it's DJ Duncan on the airwaves. If anyone wants to tune in, here I am. Just then, Mighty Mac arrived. They looked very excited. Hello, Duncan, said Mighty. What are you doing here? Oh, DJ Duncan has gone to get a new microphone from the mainland, and he's left me in charge of a radio station. Anyway, have you got something to report for this lunch hour? He asked. Yes, said Mac. We're going to be pulling a record-breaking long line of slate trucks from the wharf. That made Duncan excited. Did you hear that, listeners? Mighty Mac is going to be pulling a record-breaking line of trucks. If you want to see them pull away with them, see them at the wharf. Mighty Mac set off to the wharf to collect their trucks. But when they arrived at the wharf, they saw the long line of trucks. They were very disappointed. It wasn't long at all. There were only 5 trucks. Oh man, said Mighty, I hope the engines don't think it's that long. They'll be very disappointed. But their hopes were dashed. Gorton, James and Henry rushed by. They were very disappointed. They thought it would be much longer than that. And they rushed past Mighty Mac, hissing rudely. Rip off, they would all say. Mighty Mac felt very silly. But Duncan was feeling quite pleased with himself. That truck story is marvellous. What can I tell everyone about next? Maybe a river, he thought. A gust of wind blew into his funnel. It's a bit windy, he said. Maybe I could tell everyone about that. At the wharf, the big engines were talking. That mighty Mac is a big fibber, said James. Yes, it's disgraceful, said Gordon. Disgusting, put in James. Despicable, finished Henry. What could be worse? Then the engines heard Duncan on a nearby CD player. Look, gales are coming. High winds will be blowing through the island of Sodor. Oh no, did you hear that? Asked Henry. Yes, we need to hurry back to Titmuth before the winds get here. So the big engines raced out of the wharf as fast as they could. They wanted to get to safety quickly. Duncan was having a wonderful time. Everyone's gonna love my story about the gales. Maybe I should make it even bigger, he said. Meanwhile, Rusty was working on the Moggy Ridge line. A workman had just finished. Rusty was enjoying his rest, and suddenly Duncan spoke on Rusty's radio inside his cab. It's DJ Duncan's weather watch. Full snow and gales are almost here. Any minute now, the winds will be blowing through the high hills of Sodor. Oh no, said Rusty. We need to finish the track and get to safety. But before Rusty could set off, Freddie arrived with a thin controller. He looked very serious. Listeners to Sodor FM will be aware high winds are coming. Everyone should evacuate the area immediately. This is an emergency. Don't panic, he added. What about Duncan, sir? Asked Freddie. He'll be on his own at a radio station. Quite right, Freddie, said the thin controller. Come with me, Rusty, he added. We got to go and rescue Duncan. He climbed on board Rusty's cab, and they set off to rescue Duncan.